Hey Dragonflies, time for a lesson with Mr. Madsen. Today we're going to start some lessons that I call second step lessons. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about being detectives, okay? And what it means to be a detective in solving problems. First, to solve problems, we have to think like a detective. We got to look for clues. We have to look at people's faces, their body language, and gestures, things that they do with their bodies. Let's watch this short video, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
To solve a problem, you need to think like a detective. What are the clues? What's really going on? The first step in solving a problem is identifying it. You ask and answer the question, what is the problem? What do you think is happening here? What clues tell you there's a problem? By looking at faces and bodies, by watching expressions and gestures, you can see that some of the kids are angry. But who's mad at whom? And why? It's important to look at many details when trying to identify a problem so you don't jump to conclusions or act on impulse. Another way to gather clues is to listen to what people are saying.
It's my turn to play with the ball.
I'm already playing with it.
You always grab it first. That's not fair.
Hold on, you guys. We can work this out. Let's calm down.
Okay. Calm down. Take it easy.
Okay, so we just saw a movie about 3 kids having a problem at recess. What are some things that people were saying with their words? How did they look? What did their face look like? Do their words line up, match with what they're saying? And how are you feeling? If you're in this situation, not only how do you think other people are feeling, but how are you feeling? These are all important clues that help you to come to a solution about a problem. So when we face a problem, it causes feelings, and usually not good feelings. We might have frustrated feelings. We might have angry feelings, possibly sad feelings, or maybe scared feelings, maybe even worry or embarrassment. Or lastly, we just might be nervous and confused and not sure what to do because of all these feelings. Remember the part of our brain where that all comes from? There's those 3 parts that we've talked about before. Let's take a look. So first, we have the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the hippocampus. The prefrontal cortex, this is the front part. This is the learning part of our brain. It helps us to solve problems. It helps us to pay attention and make good choices. So it's the part of our brain that uses logic and reason. Okay, it's the part we want to help us solve problems. Then we have the amygdala. And remember, the amygdala is like the security guard. It's looking for danger. And if it sees it, it says it's time to fight, or take flight, or freeze, or faint, or flinch. So when it says it's time to fight, it means protect yourself. If it says take flight, it means we gotta leave, gotta get out of here. Freeze is like be a statue and maybe you won't be seen. Faint is like falling asleep. This one isn't very protective because when you fall, you could hit your head on something and it really doesn't solve the problem. It just makes you go to sleep like I'm just gonna ignore that there's even a problem. And flinching is what we do when something startles us. Say right now in this room that I'm in, if someone slammed the door, I would turn and look, and I would do it in an exaggerated way. That's flinching. It's drawing my attention to what might be dangerous. And lastly, the hippocampus. And the hippocampus, remember, is the library. It saves everything. All of our memories, good and bad, and our habits, good and bad. If we store, remember Kelso's choices, if we store those options that we have when we face a problem in our hippocampus, our PFC, prefrontal cortex, can access those memories and help us remember, oh yeah, I can solve this problem. So, whenever our feelings are involved and our amygdalas get activated, we have to think about ways to calm down. We've talked about this before. If you're feeling strong feelings, it's best if you can figure out a way to calm down. There's lots of ways to calm down. Probably the number one, though, is deep breathing. Just doing some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. It's the best way to try to calm your body down. You might also think about something else that makes you feel happier. Like think happy thoughts. You can think about places that make you feel calm. That's another good strategy. Walking away, moving away from the situation, giving yourself a little distance can also help. Okay, it gives you that space that you need to calm yourself down before you do something that you might regret. Counting to 10, another good way to distract ourselves and do deep breathing and calm that amygdala down so that our prefrontal cortex can think about how to solve this problem. And another way is to do something physical, like toss a ball back and forth with a friend or take a walk. Something that your body's actually doing something that's going to make you breathe and calm your body down so that you can, again, engage your prefrontal cortex and be able to solve this problem. And like this picture with this dandelion, when you breathe in, you hold for 3 seconds at least. And then when you blow out, you can picture a dandelion and the seeds floating away. And that could be your feelings about the incident so that you can calm down and think of a solution. Let's watch the rest of this video and see how the kids come up with a solution to this ball problem.
To solve a problem, you need to think like a detective. What are the clues? What's really going on? The first step in solving a problem is identifying it. You ask and answer the question, what is the problem? What do you think is happening here? What clues tell you there's a problem? By looking at faces and bodies, by watching expressions and gestures, you can see that some of the kids are angry. But who's mad at whom? And why? It's important to look at many details when trying to identify a problem so you don't jump to conclusions or act on impulse. Another way to gather clues is to listen to what people are saying.
It's my turn to play with the ball.
I'm already playing with it.
You always grab it first. That's not fair.
Hold on, you guys. We can work this out. Let's calm down.
Okay. Calm down. Take it easy. If I offer to take turns with Teresa, maybe she'll share the ball with me. How should I do this? I'll face Teresa and let her know by my expression that I'm not angry anymore. What should I say? I've got it.
Teresa, I have an idea. Why don't we take equal turns playing with the ball? That seems fair.
I don't want to take turns. I want to play with the ball.
This isn't working. She doesn't want to take turns. Is there some way we can both play with the ball? I've got it.
Want to learn a game my brother taught me? It's really fun.
Okay.
Hey, we can all play.
All right.
Okay, Teresa, you start with the ball.
What do I do?
I'll show you.
Okay, so after you're calm, you have to look for those connections. So think of possible solutions for the problem. List the possible solutions in your head. Ask yourself, is it safe for each solution? How will it make others feel? And how will it make you feel? Is it fair? And lastly, will it work? Run each of your possible solutions through these 4 questions, and that'll help you come to the best solution. Choose a solution and try it. That's all we can do is try. Just like Jason did with Therese about the ball. He tried his first solution. He thought it would work. She said no. That took him back a little bit. He had to come up with another solution. So, if the first way doesn't work, then you try to find another solution and keep trying until you get an answer. Okay, just like Jason was able to finally come up with a solution where Therese was okay thinking about, okay, yeah, we can do that. All right, Dragonflies. That's the end of today's first lesson with second step. I want you to complete the attach Flipgrid activity. See you later.